Welcome back. After years of federal scrutiny and community concern, the Environmental Protection Agency is lifting air quality monitoring requirements at a Verona, Missouri plant. BCP Ingredients has officially met the standards set by the EPA. On your sides, Francis Watson joins us to explain what this means for the future of the town. Francis.
Yeah, Emily, for years, Verona residents feared a local processing plant was fueling cancer cases. We've reported on the concerns about BCP Ingredients extensively. Now, new EPA data shows a significant drop in toxic air pollution after equipment upgrades, leading Mayor Amy Spears to say the worst is finally over.
Despite all of the negative publicity, all of the difficulties that we've had to overcome, our town is thriving.
For years, the BCP Ingredients plant in Verona was tied to deadly pollutants. A 2021 ProPublica report revealed the company's processing plant may be to blame for the lifetime cancer risk, 27 times the EPA's acceptable exposure. By 2022, the company was fined $300,000 for violating the Clean Air Act. BCP Ingredients agreed to bring the plant into compliance and closely monitor emissions. Now, federal officials say those standards have been met, and the monitoring equipment was removed from the plant earlier this month.
They were satisfied with the readings that they received. They indicated to us that there was no further concern, therefore they were pulling.
Mayor Amy Spears, who lives near the facility, says she's confident the health risks have been reduced.
I live really close to the plant. I breathe it every day. My husband breathes it every day. You know, we're confident now, where before we were scared. Now we don't see any reason to be scared.
We asked the EPA about its plans for ensuring BCP stays in compliance. The EPA declined our request for an interview, but sent us this statement that reads, in part, quote, EPA has coordinated with BCP Ingredients Inc. regarding their air monitoring results since October 2024. The facility has used this information to make voluntary improvements, which have contributed to a measurable reduction in ethylene oxide concentrations in Verona, Missouri. Questions about those specific actions and voluntary improvements can be directed to BCP Ingredients Inc. End quote. While there is no formal plan in place for future breaches, Spears says she has worked hard to repair communication between the city and BCP Ingredients and believes the groundwork for future collaboration is secure, and Verona is ready to look forward.
It's taken a lot of people and a lot of combined efforts to make the positive changes, but I've seen wonderful changes take place in our community, and that spirit's still there.
And we reached out to BCP Ingredients to ask about its plans to keep pollutants below EPA standards. We have not heard back yet. Emily.
We know you'll